Hello everybody, Gmod here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we explored the fantastic Iron Island and made ourselves a bit of a trip around the island, and in the end helped out a man named Riley, who gifted us the great gift of life itself for helping him. A Pokemon egg. What's inside the egg? We don't know yet, and I'll be honest with you, this thing's not gonna hatch for quite some time, so we're gonna be keeping it in our party for a while, and eventually we'll see what's inside. However, more importantly now, outside of the fact that I'm in the middle of this little grotto here across this water, we must surf forward because today we take on something we've been neglecting to do for a little bit of time now. Because after going to Iron Island, there's one more thing that's really big in this town we got left to do. The next gym is finally here. Canlive City Pokemon Gym. Leader, Brian. The man with the steel body. If you couldn't tell, be like steel Pokemon. Like, a lot. We'll talk more about that in the future. That being said, though, I think we're all good to go, right? No need to really heal. I think we're all good in items. I think we can just go in here and get this done. Right? Let me just double check to make sure. Oh yeah, we're more than chilling. Alright, cool. Without further ado then, let's get going. Into the gym. Hey there, Champ to be. The gym leader had here use a Steel-type Pokemon. Steel Pokemon have high defense, so you have to hit them hard. That's kind of good advice, maybe? Not. That's like the most minimal description of the Steel-type you could possibly give. The Steel-type Pokemon is a very defensively focused type, as that guy mentioned. What he forgets to mention, though, is how many resistances the Steel-type has. Steel-type, if I'm not forgetting anything, I believe resists 11 types in the game as of this version, as of this generation. In the future, they got rid of the resistance to Ghost and Dark, but in this generation, that's not the case. So they resist a lot of types in this game, and the only things that are super effective against Steel are Ground, Fire, and Fighting. Thankfully, my team has 2 Ground types and a Fighting type. And a lot of Steel types are also part Rock type, so we also have a Water type for that too. So honestly, I'm not too worried about this gym. But before we go in any further, I would like to share the experience around a little bit because, I mean, why not, right? I don't really have a good reason for it. It's good. It's just a good idea. So I'm gonna give it right over here to Big Bertha, and I'm gonna have Galay take the lead. However, before we go any further in this gym, I'm actually gonna go ahead and use a PP up over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this to Drain Punch and give it more PP because Drain Punch's PP is a little bit small. I couldn't have worded that worse, but you know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this. It's always 6. That's not a good lot of uses, and honestly, we're gonna be using Drain Punch for quite a while because the next Fighting type move I have in mind for this Pokemon is not gonna be learned for quite some time. So we're gonna just max out our Drain Punches and go from there. Let's move forward, shall we? Steel represents an unbending spirit. If one refuses to accept defeat, the path to victory reveals itself. Wise words, Karate Man. I'm surprised you're using Steel types, not Fighting types, but hey. And of course, being a Steel-type gym, expect to see a lot of Steelix. It's probably the most iconic Steel-type Pokemon in this game. I think everyone knows who Steelix is. It's Steelix. 5 billion cajillion defense, but not that great special defensive. So you have any, like, good water moves or anything against the Steelix in particular? Not about it, because look at that. That was super effective and everything, and that did, like, nothing. And apparently he's making fun of me for it. He's talking to me. That's messed up. You can't just do it to me. That's rude. I'm gonna punch him again! Although I can't lie, Pokemon, we're lucky that the Pokemon are battling and not humans, because I don't think punching a Steelix would work very well for a human. It's barely working well for a Pokemon, let alone a human. A human would just break their hand instantly. But yeah, when it comes to the Steel-type Pokemon, like I mentioned before, they have a lot of resistances, but they also have some pretty key weaknesses, so if you got yourself a Chimchar at the start of the game, you're gonna have a great time with this gym, because as you've seen before, with Barry's Chimchar evolved into an Infernape at this point in the game, that thing is Fire and Fighting type, so if you have an Infernape, this gym is probably gonna be a complete breeze to you. And honestly, all 3 of the starters do pretty good here. Empoleon is the Water starter final evolution, which is probably the least useful here because it's a Water Steel type, but there are a lot of Pokemon here that are still weak to Water. And obviously has special attacks because, you know, Water type Pokemon tend to have a lot of those, so still not bad, but all the starter Pokemon here do pretty good. That said, though, there's also a lot of experience to be had here, so I'm gonna battle everybody. Pokemon Gym isn't only about seeing how tough your opponent happened to be, and it's so much deeper than just that. It's a test of you as a person. Yeah, I remember when we walked through a maze with, like, darkness. That was a really life-changing experience for me. It changed me as a person. It made me rethink my values in life, or something. Yeah. I get what he means. It's a good test for the, you know, that human spirit, I guess, but I'm just being silly. I get it. Or that time we went to like a Pokemon gym that was like literally a gym, we punched punching bags around. Stuff like that, you know? Life-changing. So now let's go into the gimmick of this gym. All these elevators. They don't look like elevators until you step on them. And that's right, the loud elevators are back. I think they're a little bit quieter than they are on Iron Island, but hey, maybe that was like the prototype and they figured it out since then. But essentially this gym, your goal is to get as high as possible up on these elevators, because the gym leader, Byron, is waiting for us all the way at the top. So we gotta climb. And climbing we shall do. And also I hope you like seeing Magnemite, because this is another very popular Steel-type Pokemon, and we're gonna be seeing a lot of them in here, because that's Steel-type. Obviously. But we find plenty Magnemite at this point. You know how it goes. Hit him with a ground-type move and they'll explode. But as you can see, that Drain Punch or 2 works just fine as well. And honestly, I think I have some, like, elixirs and whatnot. I think we've been picking up enough throughout the game. So I should be fine. I can keep going for Drain Punches. I just gotta be a little bit careful, though, because as you can see, I'm already out of PP. Because for some reason, Drain Punch is only 5 power points at base, which is kind of weird to me. They usually only do that for, like, really strong moves. But Drain Punch is, like... It's not a weak move per se, but it's not a super strong move either, so I don't know. Weird choice, honestly. That said, though, I'm now out of Drain Punches, still haven't we mixed things up. Again there, Big Bertha. You may be weak to steel, but that doesn't matter too much when you one-shot the Magnemite anyways. There we go. Magnemite. Here he be. I'm gonna do a dig. I'm gonna eat a Magnum Bomb first, however, this is a physical move, so this is gonna do absolutely nothing. Yeah, look at that. Nice super effective damage, buddy. Doesn't matter, because I am the Big Bertha. I am the most powerful rhino you've ever met. And it will be the last rhino you ever meet. Like so. There you go. 35, not bad at all. And your moves? No. One of these days, I'm gonna not have to use Rock Blast anymore. I'm gonna be so freaking happy. I do not like Rock Blast. And this was a dead end. Amazing. But hey, it was a still experience. You can't get too mad. Also, Gallade's getting... Actually, surprisingly, Gyarados is probably my Pokemon that... I don't know how Gyarados got so far behind the rest of my team, but let's catch Gyarados up, you know? We like Gyarados around here. We gotta keep him healthy. Also, I took the dummy elevator, because I am a dummy. Here, another dummy elevator. As you can see, there's all ups and downs in here. You'll figure it out. Just run around. There's not really a punishment for getting it wrong, so just zoom on around. Aeneas has the knowledge and experience of battling at high levels. I'll demonstrate what that means to a noob like you. Excuse me, sir. I have 5 badges. I guarantee you probably don't have 5 badges. You've probably been stuck in this building for most of your life. Oh, actually, he's a Scizor. That's actually a pretty scary Pokemon. Alrighty, we mentioned Scizor last time because you can, that's how you get, we got the metal coat last time, that's how you get this Pokemon. But Scizor can be kind of scary, honestly. It's a steel bug type Pokemon, which is a pretty cool type combo. But more importantly, this thing has a very high attack stat. This thing hits pretty freaking hard. Thankfully, though, I am a water type, which means its bug and steel type moves are not going to be hurting that much, and I'm also a flying type, so it's not really going to be doing all that much damage to me. That said, though, this is intimidating and it's still doing that much damage to me, so we got to be a little careful here. It can get a crit with Slash, and if that happens, it's gonna hurt. Looks like I didn't get it, though. Okay, cool. And somehow I'm faster, even though I'm level 32 and it's level 40? I don't know how that worked out, but, there you go. We'll take it. Wow, I'm the mood to sing a lullaby. Yeah, who's the noob now, right, man? Yeah, you're talking all that stuff, and now you lost. I didn't even have to use more than one Pokemon. That's right. Think about what you've done as I move on. Whee! That's right, there's even side-to-side elevators. I can't lie. If this gym was a real place, I'd probably have a lot of fun exploring it, just messing around in it. But also, at the same time, there's no railings on this thing. If you trip over, you're just gonna fly on the ground down there. And this place is made of, well, steel. So, ow. OSHA rights be damned. They do not apply here. That's a dead end. Alright. Actually, now that I think, it's kind of funny, but when you think about it, all these dead ends in this gym, that means whoever designed this gym was like, yeah, let's build this thing and then just not do anything with it. We're gonna make a dead end because it'd be really funny. Byron's kinda messed up for that, I can't lie. Magnemite. I should be faster if I'm faster than a Scizor. If I'm not faster, I'm about to get electrocuted and die a horrible death. But thankfully, I have Earthquake. I gotta love how Gyarados learns Earthquake. When it's 4 times weak to electricity, who cares if you just knock it out with an Earthquake, right? There you go. Love Earthquake. Beautiful move. And Magnemite, the evolved form. We've seen this before, obviously. Wait, no. Why did I say the evolved form? That's Magneton. What am I talking about? Oops, brain fart. Magnemite and Magneton are very different Pokemon, even though they look like 3 of them combined. Very different. Let me make sure I can still read. I think my eyes are going away, guys. I think I'm going blind. There we go. Take care of another one, and go over here. And I think we're going the right way, just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I'm gonna try. I think it's a dead end, though, right? Yeah, I thought so. I kind of figured. Yeah. What's coming out? We're coming out swinging with super heavy judo chops. A lot of karate fighters in the steel gym. Maybe maybe it's like a sponsorship thing. Maybe they're just here to like punch steel, train their fists. Maybe it's like a sponsorship from Byron or something. It's like, hey, if you want to work the shift and watch my gym, I'll let you punch steel. And they're so excited about it. It's like the one time ever where Gyarados having a special water move is actually probably better than having a physical water move. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, look at that. Compared to physical defense, special defense is just not there. So, have at thee. And, ooh, 2 of them. All right, cool. Having a big snake versus big snake battle. Unfortunately, my snake is one of the water, not the steel. So therefore, I shall triumph. That one did way less, but it's also 2 levels higher, so it kind of makes sense. And all it did was scream at me. But although, to be fair, if I was a giant metal snake who hated water and was getting hit by water, I'd probably scream too. So you know what, Steelix? Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't really fault you for that, you know? Hey, 777. Get a level up with that too. Not bad. 33. And okay, I thought we were gonna get another level up in Rhyhorn, but not quite. There you go, not bad. Like I said, my team is like perfectly suited for this gym, so the steel type can be kind of annoying sometimes, depending on your Pokemon you have, but in my case, not at all. We're having a nice breeze through here. By focusing on only one type, you can really see the strengths and weaknesses of that Pokemon. So what you're essentially saying is, if I punch your team really hard, they're all going to get knocked out. Sounds good to me. As she brings out Bronzor. This Pokemon, I've talked about it before, but Bronzor is a very interesting Pokemon where they're designed in a very interesting way. They're a Steel Psychic type Pokemon, which sounds pretty cool, you know, it's a neat type combo. But here's the thing, this thing is Steel Psychic, right? I'm just gonna do this for demonstration purposes. However, it can have the ability Levitate, which makes it immune to ground type moves, which gets rid of one of its weaknesses. And since it's part Psychic type, it also doesn't have a weakness to fighting, and because Steel isn't nerfed to not resist Dark and Ghost yet, that Psychic type weakness essentially adds nothing of weaknesses to the Pokemon. So essentially what we have here is a Pokemon that is able to basically resist everything but fire. But wait, there's more, as a wise man once said. Because it also has the ability Heat-Proof potentially instead of Levitate, which makes it take half damage from fire, essentially getting rid of its fire weakness. So it's basically a complete coin flip on if this thing is weak to fire or ground, depending on its ability. It's a really cool Pokemon in that regard, honestly. Unfortunately, it didn't really last the test of time because Steel types were getting a little too crazy, resisting everything in the game, so they got rid of the Ghost and Dark resistances. But pretty cool Pokemon, honestly. Pretty neat. It's a cool concept, for sure. What's not a cool concept, though, is this Gyro Ball is probably going to hurt a lot, because this move is more... wow, never mind. I guess Bronzor doesn't really have an attack stat, so, you know, I guess I overestimated that. But Gyro Ball does more damage the slower a Pokemon is compared to you, and Bronzor is very slow. But, hey, we'll take it. Another Bronzor. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern and I'm not liking it, so I'm just going to assume that they all have Levitate, and I'm just not gonna bother going for Earthquake. I think I'll just hit Surf instead, and I'll call it a day. Although Bronzor's a pretty tanky Pokemon, so I don't expect it to do a ton of damage, but we'll see what happens. Let me see. 2-hit KO, please. Not even close. Yeah, Bronzor is pretty tanky. Cannot lie. There we go. Go for another surf. Not bad. And more Confuse Ray. Awesome. My favorite. Love confusion. No, I did call Bronzor a pretty cool Pokemon design. That doesn't mean I'm going to forgive it, though, for confusing my entire team. Although I haven't hit myself once yet, which is kind of remarkable. So, maybe I will forgive Bronzor. You know? Could be worse. I could be on my bad RNG where I got 2 Rock Blasts every single time I used it for an entire episode. I still can't believe that actually happened. That was insane. And there we go. Okay, it was going to happen eventually. I can't get too mad about that one. I essentially got a funny animation. They're just stretching me. They don't stretch my snake with the power of the mind. Uh-oh. And is it just me or is my... Actually, no, it's 2 levels higher. That's why I was going to say. Is it just me or is my surf doing even less? Honestly? Forget the surf. I'm Dragon Raging. It's probably just more damage, honestly. Right? Way more damage, yeah. If a Pokemon's not evolved, it probably doesn't have a high HP stat, and Bronzor is a first stage evolution, so yeah, Dragon Rage is just the way to blow past this thing. I don't care what your defense stat says, I have Dragon Rage! I'm a very pissed off dragon. There you go. I was too narrow-minded. It was working, you got my Gyarados pretty hurt actually, it was working to some degree. I don't appreciate. There we go, and now we march on to the elevator. We're going down, but then we're going up, all the way up. It's red, which means it's important, which means here's our guy, Byron, the gym leader. And before we go into this, I'm going to do something really quick. Let's use one of our efforts to restore 10 PP points to our Funny Punch move, because Funny Punching is pretty good. And honestly, I'm just going to put Galahad in front of the Panini team here for this one. And I think Galahad is going to have a field day. Let's do this. And to honor the incredible appearance of Byron in the anime, if you know, you know, a deep breath. Ah, that's Orbok's gym badge! I see, you defeated my son. But that's no surprise, he still has much to learn. In place of my son Rourke, I, Byron, will take your challenge. So, yeah, we have a family here. We beat his son, and then we have to fight the father, Byron, the Steel-type gym leader, who loves Bastiodon! And it's our Steel-type Pokemon, too. Opening up here, his first Pokemon, Magneton, level 37, Electric Steel-type with the following moveset. We've seen this Pokemon before. Fortune with the Ground-type moves. If you have a Ground-type move to hit it with, you're going to probably knock it out in one shot. However, I'm leading with Galahad here, so instead, I'm going to go for a Drain Punch. And it might one-shot. Galahad has a very good attack stat as we've seen before, but Magneton's pretty tanky. Yeah, I thought so. It goes for Metal Sound, which is going to lower my special defense by quite a bit. Yeah, 2 stages. So if I hit my special move now, I'm probably going to die. Thankfully, though, I'm faster, so I don't care. And that should be 1 down. 2 more to go. Not bad. You can probably guess what his next Pokemon's going to be, too, before he even sends it out. You guessed it. Yep, it's Steelix. We've seen plenty of this Pokemon already, and we know exactly how to deal with this. Gyarados, come back out. A legendary Susano versus the Iron Snake once again. Level 38 Steel Ground type with the following moveset. Steelix, like I mentioned before, has incredible defensive stats. So hit it specially if you possibly can. And in my case, I just randomly happen to have Surf on my Gyarados because it kind of worked out that way. So I have a pretty good move to hit this thing with. There you go. So it goes for Ice Fang. Hey, I have Ice Fang too. What the heck? Kind of funny. Don't freeze me. I called it. Alright, well. Let's go gambling! Ah, dang it. Alright, I'm gonna try and thaw out and beat this guy. Oh, he has Sandstorm too. Oh, actually, that's kind of funny. That's gonna do chip damage to all Pokemon that are not Steel, Rock, or Ground type, as we talked about before. Which unfortunately includes my Gyarados. Although I do thaw out pretty fast. Thank God, okay. Freeze can be either the most inconsequential thing ever, or it can be the worst thing of all time. So, we kind of got lucky there. I'll take it. There we go. Get some experience for our troubles. Level 36 on Big Bertha, not bad. This Sansom's gonna rage on for 5 turns. And finally, of course, his last Pokemon, you already know what it is. It's his Bastiodon that he loves! And, he may love this Bastiodon, but, I'm gonna show it what's what. With Big Bertha, because I feel like it. It is Ace in the Hole, a fossil Pokemon brought back to life and evolved. Bastiodon. Which looks pretty cool. But what's this? My last one. This is where we make our stand. Bastiodon, level 41, Rock, Steel type, with the following moveset. Bastiodon is all about defenses. You can probably tell because it has a shield for a face. This thing has massive bulk on both physical and defense, especially defense. Unfortunately, though, it has a very problematic typing. Steel, Iron defense actually might make this kind of tricky, actually. That's going to double its defense. So, even though this is going to be quite effective, it might not do that much damage, honestly, because, like I said, Bastiodon's defense stat is absurdly good. So, oh, I am jealous of him, too. He even has Stone Edge, too. That's, like, an actually, like, somewhat okay rock move. Yeah, look at that. That was 4 times effective, and it ate that like nothing. Bastiodon's got defense upon defense. It does not mess around in that regard. As it decides to taunt me. I'm not complaining, because I'm just attacking anyways, but, cool. I think I ever talked about it before, but taunt is essentially just a move that makes it you can only use attacking moves for, like, 3 turns. So, it can be useful. It's a pretty useful move, honestly, but, in this case, not so much. One more dig, and I think one more dig with... Oh, I forgot. Yep, it's the gym leader's Pokemon, Ace in the Hole. It's got a Citrus Berry. I forgot. Alright, let's do this the old-fashioned way. This might hurt, actually. Stone Edge is a pretty strong move, although... I kind of just forgot ground resist wrong, so never mind. What am I talking about? We're doing just fine. Honestly, Big Bertha's got this. I believe in her. She's got this. Go Big Bertha. It's your birthday. Use dig, because it's your birthday. There you go. And one more to do it. We're not done yet. There's no giving up. Hopefully he doesn't heal his Pokemon. He did not. Alright, cool. In that case, this should be a wrapped up battle in case it somehow barely lives. Then we have to go for this again because it's going to heal. And done. Alright. He may love Bastiodon, but it was not enough to conquer Big Bertha. Seriously, if you have not seen the anime, please watch it. But Byron's an absolute joy in that show. He's very loud and very loving. But more importantly, he's defeated. My sturdy Pokemon defeated. Job well done, I'd say. You are strong enough to take down my prized team of Pokemon. In recognition of that power, I give you this, the Mind Badge, which sounds like it should be the Rock Gym Leader's badge, but hey, it works either way. There you go. Our 6th Gym Badge obtained. Not bad. Having a Mind Badge enables you to use the hidden move Strength anytime outside of battle. And you now have 6 Gym Badges. That means all Pokemon up to level 70 will obey you without question. You hear that, Mirko? Play nice. Here, take this too. Get TM91 for our trouble as well. What move is it? I don't even think he used it once in our battle, but here it comes. Contains the move Flash Cannon. If it hits, it may also lower the target's special defense. So yeah, we got ourselves a brand new move here, Flash Cannon. It's honestly a pretty sick move. First of all, Flash Cannon is just a cool name. But more importantly, let's talk about it, shall we? Flash Cannon is a Steel-type move. It is a special Steel-type move at that, which is pretty rare, honestly. 80 power, with a chance to lower the special defense stats. Honestly, a pretty cool move. I'm a big fan. Although I don't really think we have a reason to learn it on any of our Pokemon. And none of them even can. So, in the TM pocket it goes till the dawn of time, I guess. Or till the end of time. Whee! Escaping the gym in style. Look at us go. Byron, this gym may be a safety hazard. But it's a pretty cool safety hazard. And with that, our badge obtained, mission complete. Well, Sakura being the gym leader. Good going, that makes it 6 badges. I'll tell you what, you're really turning into one fine trainer. If I were to say you're going to try to become the new Pokemon champ, no one laugh at you now. I'm in your corner, kiddo. Hell yeah, that's my guy, alright. And hey, Barry, the personal space. Hey, that's the Mind Badge, good going. You're tough enough to consider becoming the Pokemon champ. Of course, I'm tougher, so it's not going to actually happen. Buddy, I've beaten you like 6 times now. But, okay. Anyways, I'm going to come to the library. Library, but that sounds like reading and nerd stuff. I don't want to go to the library. Although I will admit, it does look pretty, and I like the fountain, and okay, fine, I'll come. Too slow. Come on, let's move it. Sure. I don't know what we're doing here. But, I guess we head on up. That said, before I head on up, I just want to point out these books here for a quick second. Some of the books in here are, interesting. Let's read one. Alright, if I can find the book I'm looking for. Can I not read them right now? Maybe I can't read them right now. Oh no, is it this one? I could have sworn... I'm sorry about that, lady. I was looking for a certain book, however, apparently I cannot find it. Maybe... Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. Let's just keep going following Barry for the time being. Is it one of these ones? I'm trying to remember. There's a bookshelf somewhere here of a book I find very, interesting, but I can't seem to find it. But, whatever. For the time being, we'll ignore that. Hey, Zachary, over here, this way. And would you look at that? Gang's all here. Okay, Gramps, I brought Zachary like I said. Alright, I'll be out of here. Okay, I get it. Everyone's here finally. Zachary, everyone listen. You may have forgotten already, but I studied the evolution of Pokemon. But the more I study, the more mysteries of play or multiply. Pokemon that evolve, and those that don't. What makes it different from each other? Do those that are immature as living beings evolve to ones more mature? If so, what do we make of the legendary Pokemon that don't evolve? Are we to assume that the legendary Pokemon are complete as creatures? That is where you three come in. In the Free Lakes of Sinnoh, there are said to be Mirage Pokemon. If we can take data on them, it may shed some light on how the process of some Pokemon evolution works. I need help from each of you on this grand undertaking. Help me find these Pokemon that are considered to be Mirages. What do you say? I didn't get a Pokedex. And who was it that bolted from the lab before I had a chance to give you a Pokedex? But that's water under the bridge. Seeing Pokemon with your own eyes is important for you in becoming a better trainer too. You can count on me. I'll help my Pokedex too. Saki, you'll go too, won't you? I would have made all you go regardless. Oh. Anyways, now there are 3 lakes. Fortuitously, there are 3 of you. You should therefore split up and investigate the lakes individually. Dawn, you go to Lake Verity. Will do. Barry, I want you to go investigate Lake Acuity. That'll take you to almost Snow Point City. The road there is harsh. I need a tough trainer to go. Yeah, of course. Grants, you know how to call it. You can tell I'm the hottest. Or hotness. Hey, you know what? I was gonna go catch a legendary Pokemon for you. You know, thanks for giving us our Pokemon back in Route 201. Even though I completely forgot about it until just now. Very well. I'm counting on you. And it'll be Zachary of Lake Valor. Lake between Veilstone and Pastoria, if memory serves. Oh my god, it's an earthquake! Has it stopped? Are all of you unharmed? What was that about? No, wait, I mean TV! The TV! News! Anything! That's not good looking. Should probably, check on that. What I just witnessed now is actual footage from the scene. It was taken by a cameraman who happened to be there. I almost read the newscaster like he said his name out loud like a Pokemon. Newscaster, no. It's certainly impressive. Who knows what the explosion could expose at the lake. Gramps, they said it was an explosion. Why at Lake Valor? Let's get outside. Return about the town. You kids, be careful going down the stairs. As I'm just sitting here. Zachary, you should lead down too. There may be aftershocks, however. Be alert always. Thank you, Professor Rowan, but before that, I'm looking for a book and I must find it. This matters more to me. There we go, I think I found it. I think it's the book I'm looking for. The original story. We definitely want to read this, trust me. In the beginning, there was only a churning turmoil of chaos. At the heart of chaos, where all things become one, appeared an egg. Having tumbled from the vortex, the egg gave rise to the original one. I would like to keep reading, this is some interesting stuff. From itself, 2 beings the original one did make. Time started to spin, space began to expand. From itself again, 3 living things the original one did make. The 2 beings wished, and from them, matter came to be. The 3 living things wished, and from them, spirits came to be. The world created, the original one took to unyielding sleep. And from I'm not mistaken, there's other books here too. A horrific myth. Look not into the Pokemon's eyes. In but an instant, you'll have no recollection of who you are. Return home, but how? When there is nothing to remember. Dare not touch the Pokemon's body. In 3 short days, all emotions will drain away. Above all, harm not the Pokemon. In a scant 5 days, the offender will grow immobile in eternity. And finally, Sinnoh Folk Stories. There's multiple parts here. This is a fat book. Pick clean the bones of Pokemon caught in the sea or stream. Thank them for the meals they provide, and pick their bones clean. When the bones are as clean as can be, set them free in the water from which they came. The Pokemon will return, fully fleshed, and it begins anew. Sinnoh Folk Story for 2. There lived a Pokemon in the forest. In the forest, the Pokemon shed its hide to sleep as a human. Awakened, the human dons the Pokemon and hide to roam villages. Sounds kind of scary. How about part 3? There once was a Pokemon that became very close to humans. There once were humans and Pokemon that ate together at the same table. It was a time when there existed no differences to distinguish the two. So yeah, in this library, there just happens to be some absolutely insane lore books about some of the Pokemon that we're going to be encountering in this game, and I kind of just wanted to show it off because I feel like this is an underrated part of the Gen 4 games. It's how they go into like the folklore and the Pokemon history. It's really cool, honestly. Very cool stuff. I wanted to make sure I made note of that, particularly coming into this library. Because who knew? Books would actually be useful for something, right? Kind of insane. Anyway, sorry for the wait. I was reading books and getting nightmares. A tremor. That was an unnatural occurrence. Hey, old dude and kids, did you hear? They're saying there was a huge explosion on Lake Valor. But hey, everything's fine now. I guess it's just a lot of noise. Gramps, I'm going. I have a bad feeling about this. That Barry. Can't sit still. Sakura, I like to demand, but I need you at Lake Valor. It's impossible for things to be okay. Not after an explosion like that. But I have no idea what is taking place. But before you go, let me stress. Don't get in over your head. We'll try to join you as soon as we inspect Lake Variety. Sakura, you'll be okay no matter what, right? Don't worry, Don. I got 6 gym badges and I got a sick Pokemon team. We'll be just fine. But that being said, we'll be heading over to that direction in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And next time on Pokemon Platinum, we're becoming bomb site researchers, investigators. I'm not sure what the term is. We're gonna go check out what happened in Lake Verity, or Lake Valor, not Lake Verity, Lake Valor. That being said, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys then.